We are back on Razoractive.
Razoractive, that's
yes.
right.
And the man poring over this magazine is the associate editor, of Talk.
Mr. Tony Tan.
That's right, Mr. Tony Tan. Well, we've been talking about the F1 and their drivers and, gizmos like spectacles and sunglasses. Next, we're going to talk about
Very
tires.
important, yep. Tires.
Tires. Well, they're the only point of contact between the car body and the ground, so we want to know all about tires. And we're looking at Bridgestone tonight. For starters.
Bridgestones are the official tyre sponsors for the F1.
Yep.
And they want to educate Singaporeans in this adrenaline-pumping sport. And the best way to do it is to take the roadshows to the heartlands, of course, yeah? RazorTV's Sarah Ann was at one such roadshow, I think it was, I believe, in Marine Parade, to find out more about Bridgestone. Why don't you guys take a look?
We are here at Parkway Parade, and this is the closest I will ever get to being a Bridgestone girl. I'm not hot enough, what to do? But I'm here with a hot guy from Bridgestone. Oh, he's coughing now. And his name is Michael. Now, Michael is the technical service manager for Bridgestone Tires. Now, you guys have brought in this fantastic car, which was actually used by Michael Schumacher.
We want to bring the car to the heartlands, okay, to different parts of Singapore to actually bring the sport to the people out there. Because for Bridgestone, we feel that this sport should be enjoyed by everybody. So a lot of heartlanders will probably end up going to this area.
We are basically trying to educate everyone about the sport. Do you think, after education, possibly one day we might have a Formula One driver from Singapore?
That's my dream, actually.
I heard that some of the tires that we use on the roads nowadays are very similar to the ones that we have on the racing cars.
Yeah, actually, basically, let me just show you this tire. This is the Potenza RE050. RE050, and practically it takes up most of the technology, okay, from a Formula One car tire to this tire.
Like, what's the difference here, though?
Basically, the difference is that taken the wet tire technology from a Formula One race and put into this car tire itself.
We take a shape of the circuit. Then we analyze those roughness. Then those roughness shows us which compound will be suitable for those roughness.
For normal passenger car, usually is held down by either 4, 5 bolts.
Okay.
Whereas for Formula One, if you come take a look at this, it's only one big bolt, which is this one here.
Just one?
Yeah.
So that's why it takes so fast to change a tire.
Yep.
I am standing next to a Bridgestone tire that was actually used in the 2004 Formula One World Championship. This is a winning tire that was used by Michael Schumacher. Okay, explain to me why the tire looks like that after a race.
So basically after the race, the tire is actually very hot. And so when the vehicle actually goes around the track, it actually picks up all this dirt from the track, and then by the time it cools down and all, it just sticks onto the tires. So that's why it looks like that.
Yes, about the tires.
About the tires, about the tires heating up.
I love tires.
On fire, yeah.
I mean,
it's very refreshing for someone to come in the studio and say they're very excited about tires.
Yeah.
I never thought I'll live to see the day. You know?
I feel like giving you a 1-minute spiel.
Yeah, maybe Ivan from New People should call me the geek now.
Oh, yeah.
No, because really, I mean, I've seen actual demonstrations whereby you can have a really powerful car running on average street tires, and a not so powerful car running on race tires, and the average car with the with the race tires will just cream the more powerful car, because at the end of the day, you have too much power, you just spin. There's not enough grip. So F1 tires is like there lah. I think you saw the video. Michael from Bridgestone was talking about the RE050. I think in terms of pure performance, we're talking about here and here. Then the rest of our tires are here lah. You know what I mean? So they're just really, really important, as you said. That's the only point of contact. And tire choice is very important. When they're coming for pit stops, it's very important. Bridgestone sponsors all the tires, so all the teams have the same types of tires.
For the layperson out there, how important is tire management during a race?
That is part of strategy. You know that basically the race can be won or lost in the pits. Fueling and engineers falling over, that doesn't happen all the time. But getting the pit stop done fast and also knowing when to get the right tires on are very important. So we talk about the dry tires. You saw the dry tires, and there are two types. You have super soft and you have soft. There's a white band, and for the night race, they're using fluorescent paint.
And why is that?
Funky. No, I mean, okay.
Funky and cool.
Funky. Actually, I think they did mention it's actually for the spectators. The band is there, not that the tire engineer will look at it and say, oh, this one is super soft, this one is soft. No, he actually knows. But this is for the spectators to know, hey, if a car comes out with the white band tire, which is the super soft one, this guy is most probably going to be catching up with the car in front pretty fast, provided the car in front is running on the normal soft tires.
So it's for spectators to get more into the sport lah.
Yeah, so you can see, because half the time they all look like black pieces of things to you, right? And even if you see the wet, extreme wet tires, when they are standing still, you can tell.
Okay.
But if someone was to run a wet tire, let's say on a dry road, you can't see from where you are. It's too far away anyway. It just looks like this black spinning thing.
Yes,
see?
Yes. So, okay, between the dry and the super soft dry, the one with the reflective band, okay, the difference is that the super soft one has more grip.
More grip because it's actually softer. It's got more special materials, which we tried to ask the Bridgestone engineer. We saw just now, he won't tell us.
Yeah.
This is all secret. Even though Bridgestone is the only one sponsoring all the cars, a lot of the technology which they use is still quite confidential to them, But for us, it's good because the better the tires perform, we quite trickle down technology.
Yep.
This comes down to the road tires that we actually use.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at some web comments we have. Clever Bear says, wow, cool F1 car with cool tires. And somebody else was as excited about tires as you. Okay. And F1 in Singapore, about having a Singaporean F1 racer, well, maybe quite hard because our road speed limit is maximum 90 kilometers per hour only.
It's 110.
Okay, so what do you think about Singaporeans of Singapore having its
Yeah,
first F1
our very own
driver? You were telling me that Malaysia might have the next F1 driver?
I mean, the only Malaysian that's raced in F1 so far is Alex Yong. He didn't do too well. But having said that, that was then when you could only score points if you finished in the top 6. And that was also then when qualifying required you to finish within 107% of the pole position time. Otherwise, you cannot race. Now, everyone can race.
Okay.
So, so that's a bit unlucky for him. Well, Malaysia should be doing better than us. They have 2 tracks, one of which is the Sepang F1 track. They have race series that have been going on for many, many years, and they have a very good program, and Petronas. I love Shell, I love SPC, I love Mobil and everything, but Petronas has been putting a lot of money into motorsports. And that's what...
So they have like a youth program, basically?
Huge youth program.
And should we be keeping our eyes on, someone from Malaysia?
Okay.
Any upcoming F1 driver?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to comment on that?
No, we can. Farik, he's extremely good. There's actually quite a few, but Farik is the one that really we need to look out for because he's being groomed through the ranks. If I'm not wrong, he's currently racing in Europe even as we speak. So he has got a whole program. He's done karting, he's done junior formula, he's into, I think, Formula 3000 now. And if everything goes well, within the next 2-3 years, he could get a test drive seat. Maybe even next year, I don't know. Because once you start with a test seat, you want to have a test seat because you want to show the teams that this is what you can do, and that's how everyone starts. It's not also about the money, having the money helps, but you got to be good.
So any F1 driver in the horizon for Singapore?
For Singapore, yes, for Singapore.
We got some pretty good karters. That's where we will start from. If you ask me, that will only happen when our permanent circuit comes up. You know, and that's targeted for year 2011. So when that comes up and we have our own place that we can go in there and, you know, race and stuff and nurture talent. Exactly. Yeah, that's where it's going to start.
Lots of preparation and grooming.
My dream is to see karting being brought to the schools.
Oh, really?
Can you imagine our time we are karting?
I think we need in American high schools they have what do you call it, like driving 101 or what do you call it, like basic driving, right?
Yes, they
it's
do.
Part of their curriculum.
They have that. That's right. You know,
I think Singapore should implement that.
We have not driving, but we have that Shell safety park thing, which is more of safety thing.
Road safety park lah.
Yeah, you know.
The one you pedal your way.
I was always a pedestrian, by the way.
I was always pedaling. I was always driving.
No one
laughing at the people.
No one trusts me with
walking.
bicycles. No. My friend was like, "You're right," and like, "Hey Brian, how?
You don't like you run people down, is it?
How's the walk?" I was just like, you.
Yeah. Because you draw lots, always at the short stick. Same thing. So anyway, you know, that's what we hope to see happen. It's going to take time.
Yeah.
But currently we have something called Team Singapore Motorsports. Okay, that's an initiative by the Singapore Sports Council where they've identified 5 drivers. They are not young drivers, but they are 5 drivers who are at least going to fly the first flag for Singapore. Melvin Chu, just now we saw him.
Yep.
Hafiz Koh. Okay, Hafiz Koh is racing in the Formula V6 Asia Series.
Yep.
He's really good. We have Ringo Chong. Now Ringo is a veteran in the racing scene. He's my age. He's 42. You know, he's actually doing well. And who else do we have? Let me see. We have and we have 2 drifters. Jensen and Ivan.
Oh,
we're talking
Ivan.
about drifting us now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ivan from Binter, and Jensen is a good friend of his, and Jensen's also a very good drifter. So these are 5 drivers, and let's hope this initiative takes off from there. You know.
Yeah. Who knows what might pick up from there?
I've good vibes about this.
Okay. So while it looks pretty good, the horizon of Singapore
Yes,
in terms
it
of
does.
F1. And we know so much work goes into F1 and all that, lots of preparation involved. Right after the break, we'll be talking about how drivers, these drivers who have just come into Singapore, how they are preparing for the big race, the big night race coming up. So we'll see you right after the break.